You were talking about a movie thing when we sat down?
I just got out of...
Immediately.
Before the podcast started, I just left. Can I say locations?
Yes.
the movie theater.
Regal Cinemas.
Whoa!
Whoa.
Yeah.
Now they're going to know where you live.
Yeah, but it wasn't a very regal experience.
Uh-oh.
In fact, I felt like a peasant.
Uh-oh.
Because I was forced to watch the plebeian movie starring the most plebeian of actors,
Oh.
Matthew the Plebe Damon, in
Doing,
portraying Marvin the Martian. I saw him. I don't remember.
I think maybe you went in with
alien.
I think maybe you went in with weird expectations for this movie. This isn't like a Bugs Bunny cartoon at all.
You guys already saw The Martian. You talked about it last
see
year.
it. I didn't see it.
Oh, you didn't see it?
No.
This will be diet spoiler review. So
damn
it's not
it.
going to be spoiler free, but it's going to be diet spoiler.
Oh, cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can't wait.
100 calories of spoiler.
I can
or
hold
less.
this if you want to plug your ears.
I'm not going to spoil anything. I'm not going to spoil anything from the plot. I'm just going to give my opinion on the movie.
Sure.
Which is to say, I didn't hate it. I didn't love it. And I'm a little bit disappointed that it's getting so much unanimous praise all across the board. I felt like The Martian was a movie by the numbers. It was very feel good, low conflict kind of movie. Now I know a lot of people are going to disagree with me. They're going to say this is a movie about a guy who's stranded on Mars and everything is breaking and he has to be left to his own devices to fix it. I still feel like that's low conflict because never when I was watching the movie did I ever think they're not going to get this guy off of Mars. I felt like going into the movie, I knew that was going to happen. I enjoyed movies like Castaway more for the guy left to his own devices kind of experience.
Yeah, you know, something that Castaway does that actually that does better than The Martian is Castaway. There was a lot of fun stuff in that movie, but then there was still an undercurrent thing of like suicide.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that. Like he kept referring to a mountain. Oh, I'm not going back up there. I'm not. And you're wondering what's up there.
Yeah.
And then when you face that, it kind of like
My main problem, honestly,
Martian doesn't have that.
my main problem with The Martian was Matt Damon's character I really hated, and I just felt like they sent Jesse Pinkman into space. That was the character. He's like, everybody's talking about, oh, the movie's unexpectedly funny. I didn't find it fucking funny. I found it to be like stupid, and kind of the humor was aimed at dumb fucks. And this is something I've been complaining about on the podcast for years, which is just everything that's a hit just seems to be really stupid. And there's no other way about it. I feel like Matt Damon is just like, oh, I'm gonna science the shit out of this planet. And it's just stuff like that, and I was just like really bored and unenthused about it, and everybody around me was kind of just like lapping it up, chuckling along and laughing, and I really was like not into it.
Really?
That's how I felt.
I got tired of that jokey stuff, but I didn't think it was a stupid movie. I thought it was exciting. I thought it was, I don't know. I
thought it was a stupid movie from the first 5 minutes, not to throw you under the bus, but
But get under there.
But
that's okay. 1 billion people love the book and the movie, so.
I'm gonna throw
that's
you
true. I
under
gotta
the
make some
bus.
points, and this is going to spoil the first 10 minutes of the movie.
Well, you already told me that he got rescued, so I mean, at this point, I don't really know what else you could not spoil.
Spoiler, he doesn't get rescued. Alright, so let's get into it. Now I'm going to start spoiling some stuff. These are just the first red flags for me where I was kind of checked out of this movie. Sean, you may want to plug your ears.
I'm gonna edit the fucking podcast. There's no point to me plugging my ears now.
That's true, yeah. Alright, so Sean's screwed, but for people watching at home, plug your ears. This guy gets stranded on Mars because they leave in the middle of a storm on Mars. Right away I'm thinking like, how do you launch a spacecraft in the middle of a storm? You leave before the storm or you leave after the storm. If the logic is, wow, this weather's really bad, you launch your spaceship at the height of the bad weather? What's the fucking logic behind that? Okay, whatever. Matt Damon gets
The
hit.
fear was that it was going to knock it over in a manner that they would not be able to.
I know that's
get it
the
back.
explanation that they whipped out in the movie, but outside of movie logic, in the real world, bad weather means you can't fly a flight.
It was either
Somebody get a corn dog and a cheeseburger and something like that.
But it was either take off during that or they wouldn't be able to take off at all. That was.
I understand that was what was presented in the movie, but I'm just saying the bad weather thing was faulty to begin with. Regardless of their movie magic explanation of it, So Matt Damon gets injured. They think he's dead. They leave him behind. Turns out he's not actually dead. He is injured. He immediately goes back and starts operating on himself with all this equipment. And I'm just watching it, and he's like, not sterilizing anything. He's just grabbing this, grabbing that, and like, what is this fucking hack and slash surgery he's doing? And then in 30 seconds, he's all patched up and they move on.
Oh yeah.
And that's the kind of movie you're dealing with. So I won't go too much more into it, but that was just kind of like the stuff that I felt like was making me check out of the movie. Martian, like I said, I didn't hate it. I didn't love it. I felt like it was a movie by the numbers.
Yeah, I didn't think it was the world's best movie or anything. I wouldn't, and it's not on my list even of like favorites that I've seen this year. But I had a good time. I don't know. I enjoyed it for what it is. The book is super comedic and stuff like that. I didn't mind some of that. I think there are some moments in the movie I will say that felt like, all right, take this a little more seriously. But I still had a good time.
Yeah, it was very comedic. I just didn't find the comedy funny. Everybody else was laughing, but not this guy. Anyways, that's how I felt about The Martian. Sorry, there was a way when we started this conversation, I had a perfect segue from The Martian into Metal Gear Solid, but now I can't remember it. So forget it. Whatever.
Well,
Philly cheesesteak.
the same music composer worked on both. There you go. There's your segue.
Go ahead.
Good music. The music in The Martian sucked too. It's all like 70s disco music. And they're making jokes like
didn't make that music.
it's like he needs.
He's right.
What?
You're right.
The composer didn't make that music.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the director's choice. That's not the composer.
You don't even the actual soundtrack doesn't register because there's so much just shit 70s disco in it. Anyways, that's The Martian.
Sean, you excited to see it?
Sean, skip it. I just saved you $15.
I don't
see
know. It was like a space rescue story. That's kind of up my alley. I'm gonna see it.
Just stay at home, watch Apollo 13. You'll enjoy
I
it so
love
much more.
Apollo 13.
It's not nearly as good as Apollo 13.
I wasn't expecting that.
It's not as good as Castaway. It's not as good as any Tom Hanks movie.
Apollo 13 is one of like my top 3 movies of all time, so I wasn't expecting that.
There is a trailer before it for a new Tom Hanks movie. That
Yeah,
looks
with the
awesome.
Spy with Steven Spielberg.
Yep.
Yeah.
That
What's that
looks
movie
really good.
called?
Bridge of
Bridge of Spies?
Bridge of Spies.
Looks fucking awesome. I cannot wait for that movie.
Yeah. It's a Tom Hanks Steven Spielberg movie.
Yeah.
That's like Cold War.
Yeah, I think it's composed by John Williams too. I think he's
I think
also
so.
part of it. So that, Jesus, awesome.
Sorry, I'm watching TV.
Yeah, it's fine.